What's up, everyone? This is Puka, and welcome to another game I played on the Pokemon trading card game online. And recently I have not been able to stream. I usually do live streams every Monday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but it's the finish line for college right now. So I have not been able to stream, haven't had much time, and as such, I'm actually just going to do a video for Bad Deck Monday instead of the usual stream. So I apologize to those who enjoy the stream, but it just hasn't been feasible for now. But I did want to get a video for you guys to at least keep up the tradition of some kind of Bad Deck Monday. So here we're going to have kind of an old classic rehashed. This is going to be Shedinja. It has the ability, I believe it's called Empty Shell. When it's knocked out, it does not give up a prize. Alright, so we're going to run that, and then we have one Ninjask as well, so that we can use its attack. I think it's called Night Slash. You do 60 and then switch to one of your benched Pokemon, and the idea is you just don't give up prizes. We have 4 Shedinja, 4 Super Rod, 4 Rescue Scarf, and then Sableye to recover these cards as well. So it's going to be an extremely long and drawn-out game where my opponent is probably going to knock out about 10 Shedinjas and not even be able to take a prize for any of them. So that is, that's the overall, the idea of the deck. It doesn't always perform very well because, well, you can imagine getting out 10 stage 1s over the course of a game can be fairly difficult, especially when it only has 60 HP and it's being knocked out every turn. And there's Tool Scrapper to worry about, to discard your Rescue Scarf. So it doesn't always work very well, but we're still going to try. It's Bad Deck Monday, it's fun, and we'll see what we can do. So it looks like we're up against an Empoleon deck. And we see, oh wow, plays Ninetales. That's not good for the whole Shedinja strategy. If they can Bright Look and knock out things on my bench that do give up prizes, I can lose very quickly. But we'll see. There's probably not too heavy of a Ninetales line in that deck. And oh boy, a turn 2 Empoleon using attack command to knock out my poor Nincada. That's not good. Alright, so we're under a lot of pressure right now, but I can Skyla for a level ball. Let's go ahead. Excuse me, wow. Ugh, couldn't even say the words, almost choked. Alright, so we're going to level ball for the Ninjask. And then use its ability Cast Off Shell to search for a Shedinja and put it directly onto the bench. And my opponent says, hi, good luck. And I'll say you too. But yeah, Shedinja works pretty well with Ninjask, because Ninjask can search for a Shedinja, and then we can just do 60 with Night Slash and send out the Shedinja. Originally, this deck was just to use Shedinja's Cursed Drop, putting 3 damage counters and extremely slowly wearing down an opponent with these 0 prize attackers. But that was just not feasible. You just run out of Shedinja. So the better idea is to attack with Ninjask and then keep putting out Shedinja. That is the better idea, I think. So there we see an attack command. It does knock out the Shedinja. I could have put a Rescue Scarf on that Shedinja, and then I could have played Skyla for level ball this turn, and then I would have had the Shedinja. Ditto is here to keep the constant string of Shedinjas going. We can just transform into Nincada and then evolve into Shedinja, and then every time you have a Rescue Scarf, you can just keep this train of Ninjask, or not Ninjask, Nincada, Shedinja, too many bugs. Anyway, yeah, Ditto is pretty nice in this deck to kind of keep the train moving, you know, keep it rolling along, so that we don't miss a beat with getting Shedinjas into play. You can miss once or twice during a game and it won't matter, because they have to take 6 prizes, and so that's why Sableye works here too. With the nerf on Pokemon Catcher, this was a big deal to kind of help our bench survive. You know, we don't have to worry about Catcher bringing out Sableye as much anymore So this deck got a little stronger with the rule changes. It's still not a legitimate deck by any means. Loses to a lot of things, but it is fun. We'll say that. All right, so we got the Night Slash onto the Empoleon, and I had to send out Ditto because I don't have a Shedinja this turn. And I got the Rescue Scarf on Ditto. Might as well just throw him out there. There's no real reason to sacrifice an Ninkata. I would rather have that to evolve into Shedinja next turn. I don't want to put more than one Rescue Scarf in play at a time because of Tool Scrapper. And that Empoleon goes down from the poison damage from Hypnotoxic Laser. So, alright. We're actually going to tie the game after this turn, I believe. We're going to go ahead and we could probably play an N. My opponent does not have another Empoleon ready. So we're going to end him down to 4 cards. And, once again, I don't have a Shedinja. This is very bad. But we're going to Night Slash, and we're just going to go to whatever has the Rescue Scarf. So we'll promote the Ninkata. We'll hope my opponent does not get an Empoleon this turn, but probably will. And if that's the case, yuck. Opponent's already taken 2 prizes at this point with the Ninetales, and with how much pressure has been put on me, it doesn't seem very likely that I'll be able to, wear my opponent down before they take all 6 prizes. But we'll see. There's just an end to 4, and we see a level ball. If there's no Empoleon this turn, this is a huge victory for me. I'll be able to evolve into Shedinja, super rod those other ones back in, Juniper, and then we'll start to be able to go ahead with this strategy of just constant 60 damage, move to Shedinja. 60 damage, move to Shedinja. And then my opponent just doesn't take prizes. So there we go. No Empoleon actually retreats into the Sock. That's a huge, huge win for me. We're going to go ahead and retreat into the Ninjask, and then Night Slash for 60, and then go into the Shedinja. And wow, this has turned around very quickly. I thought I was going to get steamrolled this game by a turn 2 Empoleon attack commanding me. Empoleon is a deck that has gotten extremely popular lately. It's a non-EX attacking kind of a deck. Empoleon and Dusknoir work very well together. We've also seen cards like Leafeon in this deck. Looks like my opponent is favoring Ninetales in this to go for a catcher effect, which is also very powerful. So there's a lot of space in the deck to work with, and attack command is really powerful. It allows you to pretty much knock out any Pokemon in 2 hits, and it's a big, beefy 140 HP Pokemon that only gives up 1 prize. So it's easy to see why Empoleon has gotten better. It just needed that time to evolve now that the first turn rule changes happened. And also Pokemon Catcher cannot target down little Piplups as often as it could in the past. But wow, once again, no Empoleon. And we're going to go with a Getsis here. And wow, we get 4 off of that Getsis. So we're going to go ahead and draw 4 cards. And you know what? Things are looking okay. We can level ball for a new Ninkata here. Might as well do that. And yeah, I mean, it's awesome that Shedinja has free retreat. That is one of the bonuses of this. That's why this can actually function sometimes. So I'm actually just going to, I don't want to knock out the Sock. We're going to be really annoying here and force my opponent to have more cards. We're going to go ahead and then Cursed drop with Shedinja and pick off things on the bench. Put 1 in the Duskull so we can put that in range for a Curse drop in the future. I can place 3 damage counters on my opponent's field wherever I'd like. So now that Duskull is in range, if it doesn't evolve, we can just knock it out with Curse drop. That's a free prize. Sock has 60 on it, so it has 30 HP left. Curse drop, that's going to be a free prize at some point, as long as there's no healing card like Potion or Max Potion. And we put 20 on the Empoleon, which works nicely because now it takes 2 Night Slashes, 60 and 60, to knock that out. So the math is in my favor right now. I will say that much. And we'll see if I get hit by an attack command this turn, though. No, looks like my opponent's just going to attach to Piplup and pass. Well, actually use Tropical Beach, but wow, interesting turn of events. There's been quite a few turns here of me not getting hit by attack command. The intimidating Shedinja has taken over. And now we see taking out the Duskull. I may as well just take that prize before it evolves. It had the 10 on from earlier in the game from the Hypnotoxic Laser. And then we put the other 10 from last turn. And it only has 50 HP, so that was a pretty sweet free prize we got there. Now we only have to take 3 more knockouts, and Ninjask and Shedinja can actually take down an Empoleon deck. This seems silly, and oh no! Oh, this is the one thing we're worried about, though. Bright Look bringing out the Ninjask, and oh no, and an N to go with it. That is brutal. Fortunately, I did get a Chorus off of the N to 3, so maybe I'll be able to survive still. I only have 1 Ninjask in this deck. I should probably play 2, since this deck really, well, it actually just kind of sucks. If you can't use Ninjask, placing 3 damage counters a turn is nice and all, but you need a little bit more oomph. 60 isn't exactly strong either, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. So there we see another rare candy and an Empoleon, and Ninjask goes down. So Ninetales definitely hitting me hard there. I can attach the grass to Ditto. I purposely was not transforming that Ditto into a new Shedinja because I figured this might happen, that Ninjask could get knocked out at some point, and I need to have something ready to evolve into it again. But I did not draw Super Rod. I do play 4 of them, but we did not draw one here. Gonna go with the Hypnotoxic Laser. Don't have a Verbank in place, so it's only gonna do 10, but it's better than nothing. And then we'll go ahead and finish off that sock with Curse Drop, and go figure there is the Verbank City Gym. Alright, so 3 prizes left for my opponent, 2 for me. And I have Shedinja's, still going strong. Got the Rescue Scarf on the active. So if that gets knocked out, all those cards return to my hand. Well, the Pokemon do. And then I'll be able to just transform a Ditto immediately into the new Shedinja. So this is why Ditto is kind of cool in this deck. We can go ahead and transform into Nincada, and then evolve into Shedinja, and look at that, instant Shedinja. So we'll go ahead and, I guess we'll have to Juniper this turn. This is not a pretty sight, the triple Juniper into the discard, but it's better than not having a supporter. And then we can Super Rod. We need to get the Ninjask back in the deck. So we'll go ahead and shuffle in 3 there, and then we should transform. Oops, accidentally clicked to put the Nincada on the bench. Should transform the Ditto into Nincada so that we can evolve that into Ninjask whenever I get a chance to do so. And here I have a decision on whether or not I want to Junk Hunt or just leave a Shedinja active. And I think the best play here is to just leave Shedinja active. If I get End, I want to have Sableye to fall back on. I can Junk Hunt, search for stuff, get back resources. So we'll just let the poison add up here. We'll just, pass with Shedinja active. Again, it does not give up a prize. Empty Shell is an awesome ability. We don't see it used very often because it's not a very strong Pokemon, but that's what Bad Deck Monday is for, right? And here, he's going to retreat, has to burn 2 energy to retreat to get rid of the poison. And this is going to be a big turn here. Alright, we got another Rescue Scarf. I can Super Rod in those 3. So we are fully stocked on all of our Nincada and Shedinja at this point. I'm going to play a Skyla for a level ball. Or not. I have used them all, apparently. Oops. So I guess we're going to grab a Laser instead. That's not a bad option either. We'll take a Hypnotoxic Laser and play that to poison the Empoleon. Start to wear it down a bit with that residual damage, the passive damage in between turns. And then we'll Junk Hunt so that I can go ahead and grab a level ball, and we'll take a Dowsing Machine as well. It's so strong to be able to get back those A-Spec cards. like dowsing machines, so we can really recover the correct resources when we need to. Alright, so here is a Skyla. We're going to see that for a switch. So we can see the hypnotoxic laser forcing my opponent to have all sorts of resources. And there's an attack command for 90. Going to go down to 2 prizes each. But, you know, I think I am in a good position at this point. My opponent has used tons and tons of resources. We're going to go ahead and evolve into Ninjask as a nice top deck. And then use the ability to grab another Shedinja. Put that directly onto the bench. Grab a Ninkata. Put that down. And you can see for the next few turns here, we're going to have an army of bugs swarming the opponent. Going to go with a Night Slash. I could have grabbed a laser back there, but, you know, I'm just going to save the dowsing machine. I'm under no pressure right now. I have a full setup. I am not worried about anything at this point. And I think we may have done it. Now, of course, there could be things like Pokemon Reversal that would make me eat my words, or Pokemon Catcher. Wow, I've already said Reversal. Pokemon Catcher that could make me eat my words, but there's 10 HP. I really wish I just had an energy to use Cursed Drop this turn, but we're going to put Rescue Scarf on the benched Shedinja, and then Night Slash, 60, and switch. Knocking out Empoleon, and we're down to 1 prize. Can we take our 1 final prize to win this game? It looks like we will. Oh, and my opponent has run out of cards. So I guess that can happen too when your opponent has knocked out a bazillion Shedinjas and just hasn't taken prizes. They can just deck out too. So that's it. Shedinja and Ninjask take the victory over Empoleon. And look at all these strategies that open up once Pokemon Catcher has changed. Isn't it beautiful, folks? I think the game is healthier than it's been in a long time. And we can owe that to the nerf of Pokemon Catcher. The Pokemon development team doesn't get it right very often, but they did this time. We got to give them props for that. Definitely the Pokemon Catcher change made things like this possible. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I am Puka from the Top Cut. I'll add some more videos for you soon, and I will see you guys next time.